I got lucky. I didn't have any students tonight. And I always said if I didn't get students and I was done early enough, I had to build a dresser. If I was done early enough, I would jump on and do another live. So take an exam together. We may not get through the whole thing because the 66 is 100 questions, but I do have it where we can see the answers right away. And we're going to get this done, baby. So let's get on this. Boom. It's going to be slow. I may get like 3 people on it, but the way we're going to work this is, and I'll repeat it a couple of times. I jump on. We see a question. I'll give it a couple seconds, let people work through it, throw some answers in there. Hopefully it's not too delayed. Then I'll work through it and we'll go from there. It may be a little delayed and stuff like that, but let's see how it goes. Okay. So we're going to do the 66. So if you're taking anything but the 66, this is going to be kind of boring for you. Okay. So I'm going to I'm going to put the screen on here. Let's go, Mike. Let's do this. Okay. Let's see how we go on. Remember, this is for the 66. Next week, maybe if I have a slow week, I don't know, Thanksgiving, maybe I'll do the 7 or the SIE or something. But I did the 7 and it worked out pretty well. So I'm going to jump on and do this. Okay. Oh, Mitchell, perfect. Perfect timing, right? You better get them all right then, right? Okay, let's get into this. I have it. Where's it? Let me use it as a separate screen. There we go. Okay. Let's do this. Let me pull it off as a separate tab so it's different. Okay. So remember, economic cockroach. Okay. Well, hey, listen, economic cockroach. I'm happy. Okay. Ahmad, look at that. I'm not even doing it for the regular live. Boom, there is some crossover from the 7. The 65 more than the 66, but absolutely. So let's go. Ahmad, that's awesome. Economic cockroach. Ahmad, did you text me that you passed or not? I don't know if you did or not. If you did, it's great. You might have emailed me. I don't remember. Okay. Are we done now? Okay, let's go. Let's get into it. I'm going to share screen. We're going to do the first question. Let's see how we do. Where are we? Okay. Now, it's up on the screen. I'm going to give it, 15, 20. I'll give it like 30 seconds. I'll just ramble on for a little bit. Drink water. Yeah, it's not water. We're not going to get through the whole thing, but I did 50 questions and we should see the answer right away. But Michael, there is some crossover, but not a lot, not a ton of stuff. Okay. Boom. Ahmad, so this is perfect, even though you haven't done this yet. So Mitchell should be getting all of these right. No, I'm just kidding. Don't worry about it. No pressure there. Okay. Okay. Oh, Mitchell, do not stay up late. You should not finish this. Okay. Boom. Okay. Here's the thing. I think Ahmad, I think the 65 has more overlap with this. Ahmad, I think the 65 has more overlap with the 7. Okay. Miller Business Company has several issues of preferred stock outstanding. The company has enough capital. And guys, if you know other people taking it, tell them on the group. Okay. Okay. Boom. Honey, you got this. You're going to nail this thing. You're absolutely going to nail this. The company has enough capital to call one issue. Which preferred stock is most likely to be called? The 4.5% preferred call about 105, the 7.23 call about 102, the 6.1 at 104, the 8.58 at 100. So we're all coming in here. This is absolutely could be a Series 7 one also, okay? Boom. Okay, there we go, Ahmad. I'm going to make a thank you for that. I'm going to do a little video, have a little fun with that. Okay. Everyone, Michael Day says D, Mitchell says D. Anyone else want to jump in? Last call. Honey, you're going to nail this tomorrow. Okay. See, again, I'm good. My wife isn't home. She hears me calling somebody honey. She's not going to be upset. Okay. Tiffany Siobhan. She just passed the 66. That is awesome. I'm giving you guys time to answer. Okay. So I would say that the answer should be this one. Now, why is this? Well, because if you're going to buy something back, right? Like even if you're going to pay off credit cards, what are you going to do? You're gonna pay off the one that's costing you the most. Well, right away, that's the coupon. So then the other part is a call premium, right? So the call premium on this is the lowest call premium. Think of it as a penalty for buying it off. So like if you went to go buy back the 4.5% one, the top left, you pay $50 over par. That's a lot. So I'd rather pay nothing over par. So the answer should be D. Let's see if it gives us the answer right away. I set it up. Look at that. We got one right. That's it. We're on a roll, baby. We're on a roll. Okay, here we go. It's going to be, remember, a lot of overlap. Okay, baby, let's get on this. The following quotes are placed by 4 separate market makers on NASDAQ. 3450 by 3510, 200 by 500, 3470 by 3495, 500 by 700. I'm reading it so you guys have a chance to answer it. Market maker 3, 35 and 4, 3445, 3505, 8 by 6. Market maker 4, 3460 by 3585, 7 by 3. So let's see how we do. Can anyone do this? Okay. And guys, if you think, honey, you could probably do some of these, maybe. Okay. So what is the spread? Okay. So the spread is the highest bid and the lowest offer, right? So the spread. So we're going to go, what's the highest bid here, Mitchell? We got the highest bid is market maker 2. So that's 3470. And the lowest offer is 3485. So it's 15 cents. So that should be top right, which is B, which is I assume what it is. Okay. Boom. I love it. Okay. Good stuff. I love that. That's awesome. 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 Okay. This is always hit or miss with these lives on the weird nights because they're not expecting it. But let's see what happens. So let's see if that's right. Let's see if Mitchell's right. 3, 2, 1. Boom. And he's right for number 2. An agent. And remember, guys, if you like Achievable, I have a link in the description, and they're really good. Even if you don't want to use my link, okay. Even if you don't want to use my link, go on your own. Just go to achievable.me, check them out. They even give you a free trial for a day. Okay. Everyone read it for a second. I'll read it out loud in 1 second. Oh, Michael, I just realized you got 100% on options. That's pretty good, my man. Okay. Okay. An agent calls your client and offers a suitable security. We're good. The client accepts the trade solicitation and agrees to make payment by settlement. On the settlement day, the payment is not received. Uh-oh. So what do you normally do? We ask for an extension. The agent contacts the client and to learn they were just laid off their job. Well, that sucks. And no longer have the necessary funds. Due to the circumstances, the agent offers an open-ended loan to the client to pay for the transaction. This action is totally cool. No, it's not. Subjects the agent to criminal prosecution. No. Boom, SM. See, I told you I would do it. I hope you passed. I hope you're taking it. I told you I would do it, SM, the 6 quick and dirty. And I think the next test I do might be the 7. I know, Michael, I'm telling you, it's great. It's always unethical. Is ethical if the agent offered the loan through a margin account at the broker-dealer. Subjects the agent to a lawsuit or arbitration proceeding. Okay, so this is interesting. I think we're going to go as always unethical because that's what you're picking, okay? But what I'm going to say is I could see in a weird world because remember, broker dealers can lend. So I'm afraid they're trying to trick you here. But we're going to go with the easiest answer. We're going to go with B. But it easily could be C if under certain circumstances. But I try to say sometimes, see what they said. Because remember, maybe they wanted to buy $10,000 worth of stock. They can only buy 5. They can only spend 5, so they borrow the rest. So if you have a margin account, so here's the thing on this. So I don't know that you can set it up after the fact, but I guess you could. Broker dealers can lend to customers. Remember this. It's okay. But that's not a bad miss. I know why we picked B. But remember this, Mitchell, for tomorrow. Broker dealers can absolutely lend customers money. Okay. Broker dealers can absolutely lend customers money under Reg T, under certain restrictions. Okay, we're good. An elderly client of a registered IA. And remember, Mitchell, this is different wording than you used to. So an elderly client of a registered IA is suspected to be subject to abuse by a family member. Oh, that's not good. In particular, it is believed that the family member is coercing the client to systematically withdraw funds. Ooh. The family member then uses the funds for their own benefit. Okay, well, that's what you expect. Unbeknownst to the client. Another withdrawal is requested and the firm delays the request the same day, assuming no extensions are made. Anyone who's taking the 7 or the 66 can do this. So how long can we do? We're going to go with Mitchell's. Michael, do we have a choice? We have an answer. Anyone else have an answer on this? It's not going to be a lot of people on here. DeMarcus Crump. That sounds very Harry Potterish, don't you think? Doesn't that sound like Harry Potter's name? Okay, so it's going to be 15 days. I think it's going to be 15 days. I'm with you. So it's a lot of these questions a 7 can do. DeMarcus, you're going to come on tomorrow night and tell us how we did it. Boom. I think we're going to go with D also. Let's go with it. Let's see what happens. And we have a winner. Boom. Number D. Letter D. Anyone has D, we got it. Okay. DeMarcus, you're going to nail this tomorrow. Get some sleep. Make sure. Don't stay on here too late. Unless you're on the West Coast, then stay on as long as you want. Okay. Here we go. On to the next. A market with high trading volumes and narrow spreads could be accurately described as a market with. See what happens sometimes? I really could probably just go to sleep, right? I'm done. But I get hyper. I built the dresser, through the instructions. Okay. We all got the D, Michael, right? Exactly, Michael. You need a little more D, Michael. I knew that about you. Okay. I was jacked up from building the dresser. I figured I might as well do this. I would have come on earlier. I'm going to tell you right now, when you get married and you have to put this shit together, even if you're not married, it's always the fucking drawer. So whenever you buy something with as little drawers as possible. It's always the drawers that get you. Okay. A market with high trading volumes and narrow spreads could be easily described as. So the answer. So Mark Mitchell saying D. Okay. Ahmad, I'm happy to help, my man. I love giving back a little bit. Look, this is what I tell everyone. I do really, really well tutoring, and it's fun to do the videos. So that's why I do the little short ones. I think they make me laugh. If I can make myself laugh, then we're all good. Okay. Because I'm a dick. I'm a dick on myself. I don't make myself laugh very much. A market with high trading volumes and narrow spreads could accurately described as, is it unregulated? No. Inefficient? No. Inefficient would be wide spreads and low volume. Okay. A regulated market? Nah. Let's go with an efficient market. So let's go with efficient market for right now. Okay. I like that. Letter D. Boom. It's an efficient market. Mitchell is on a roll. And remember, Michael, you're not going to get a lot of these ones with investment advisors. And if you do, that's awesome, but I don't expect it. Okay. An investment advisor rep takes notes during a quarterly meeting with an important client. The next day, and again, guys, remember, this is achievable. They're great. Give them a check out. Give them a tryout. Okay. And as Michael said, their fucking customer service. I emailed them at 8:18. I asked him a question about this. By 8:19, he emailed me back. It's unfucking believable how quick they are. Okay. An investment advisor rep, and I'm trying to fill in the blanks so people have a chance to so it's not just dead air, and people have a chance to answer. Again, this is the Series 66 we're taking, the 66 exam. FINRA's Series 66 exam. Anyone can answer. This is all about answering yourself. This is not about me. This is about you trying to pick answers and help me out here. Okay, an investment advisor rep, Mitchell and Michael are the only ones helping me out here. So if anyone else on here is taking the 66, get your ass on here and start answering. An investment advisor rep takes notes during a quarterly meeting with an important client. The next day, they look at their notes, all of which are made in reference to life insurance. The client hold on, what happens? I start reading. The investment advisor rep takes notes during a quarterly meeting with an important client. The next day, they look at their notes, all of which have made reference to life insurance the client currently desires. The notes reads lifetime coverage, can invest in the stock market to mitigate inflation, and flexible premium to allow for overfunding the death benefit. Okay, so everyone give a chance. I'm going to give, if that ends, we're going to go. And we got a 3. Final chance. I feel like it sounds like a crappy auctioneer. I think D might be the answer. Let's find out if it is. And D is the answer. You're right, flexible. So Michael, let's go through these, okay? So you're right, it's close. So Michael, you picked A because of the invest in the stock market, right? So look, they say lifetime coverage. It automatically throws out term because term is for a specific period of time, okay? Term is for a specific period of time. Then we have whole life or permanent use. We have whole life, which has a fixed premium, fixed death benefit. You know what you're doing. Then we have universal, which has a variable premium depending on what you can afford. You can overfund, you can underfund, changes the death benefit, but the return is fixed. And neither one of them is securities, and they are for life. The last one is a variable. Variable, it's a fixed premium, but it's invested in the sub account or the separate accounts, which means you have market fluctuation, which avoids inflation. That's the three main ones. But let's fuck around a little bit and let's make a VUL, a variable universal. How great is that? You have the universal part means you can adjust the premiums up and down. You can overfund, you can underfund. And then the variable means that you can invest in the market and get market-like returns and beat inflation. So boom, VUL, universal variable. They usually call it a variable universal, but we all got it. Okay, love it. We're on a roll, baby. And guys, have you seen, I keep putting out these little quick shorts. I hope they're not pissing anyone off. I think I like them, so I'm going to keep doing them. Even if they piss you off, even if it makes me have if it knocks all my viewership down, I don't care because it makes my fun. Transaction involving no beneficial change of ownership with intent to influence market prices due to trading volume is known as. What are they known as? That's fine, Mitchell. That's fair. I want you to, boom. That's right. Then I'll be all alone doing it, but that's okay. But Mitchell, it's more important you pass and you come on tomorrow and tell me how great it went. Okay. So, but you're rocking it. So transactions involve no beneficial change of ownership. Okay. What's pumping and dumping? Okay. Okay. Yes. Transactions involve, I'm trying to read them, but I do ramble. Transactions involving you're driving. You better have voice on there, simple mama. Transaction involving no beneficial change of ownership with an intent to influence market prices due to trading volume is known as. The four choices are: have one of your kids drive, mama. Pump and dump. You just have them drive. You do the steering. They do have you do the gas pedal. They can drive. This way you can read. They pump and dump. Okay, pumping and dumping is not what you did with your ex. Pumping and dumping is when you talk about a stock so well and it goes up, and then when you bump your shit, you sell it out. You sell it out at the top. You're pumping it up and then dumping it when everyone else gets nailed. That's A. Marking the open is placing a bunch of trades right before the open to affect the price. Marking the close is basing a bunch of trades near the close to market. And then the last one is painting the tape. Painting the tape is slapping a bunch of trades on the tape to make it look like it's more volume or move the price around. So guess what our answer is here? Okay. No beneficial changes of ownership is either a wash trade, painting the tape, match sales. Those are all the same thing. They're basically just trading without any change of ownership. That is fraud. Painting the tape. This is not pump and dump. Pump and dump is what Michael did with his ex-wife. But pumping and dumping is pushing the stock up and then dumping it. Once it gets up high, nice and high, they dump it. I think everyone thought that's what they were doing with GameStop. And I just saw the movie Dumb Money. It's okay. I liked it, but I didn't do as good as I thought it would. Okay. Painting the tape, baby. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Which of the following best describes the attributes of a high yield investment program? So a high yield investment program. A, banking products that are not backed by FDIC but offer significant income potential. A registered fund of volatile digital assets offering significant returns. A high risk but non-fraudulent form of cryptocurrency lending. Fraud involving the promise of significant gains and little to no losses. So it sounds like we're leading toward it. Okay. So, Mitchell, you're on fire. So here's the thing. This is fraud. So high yield investment program is fraud. Okay. And they just call it that. It's basically offering like a bunch of really high returns, 80, 90% returns with no risk. It is law. It is fraud. It's illegal. You can't do it. It's the letter D. Big D for dickheads. Okay. D for David. Boom. It is fraud. A double nickel year old investor, a 55-year-old investor, okay, is looking for some advice on how to invest 50 grand from an unexpected bond call. And anyone who jumped on here now, don't forget this is Achievable. Check them out. Okay. Achievable.me. Okay. The investor has a 10-year time horizon, a moderate tolerance for risk. Yeah, Michael, it's fine. Stay on and do it. You might learn. I mean, you learn a little thing. Okay. There's some overlap. Anything with IAs and stuff is not going to be. You're not going to be on your test. Okay. A 55-year-old investor is looking for some advice on how to invest 50 grand from an unexpected bond call. The investor has a 10-year time horizon and moderate risk tolerance, and an objective of income. Remember, the holy trinity of suitability is income, is capital appreciation, and is safety. Those are the three big ones. You must address them. Okay, good. Okay. The investor has a 10-year time horizon, a moderate tolerance for risk, and an objective of income. Additionally, they believe active management is worth the cost and that the right portfolio manager can beat the market consistently. What investment is the best recommendation? Okay. Right. So they want an objective of income, moderate. Okay. And they do believe active management is worth the cost. So we're going to throw out the index fund, right? Throw out the index fund. So throw out top left and bottom right. And they do want income. They want moderate tolerance risk. So it's either bottom left or top right. So let's go with it. Okay. Well, let's go with a high quality corporate bond fund. I'm okay with that. So again, simple mama, the answers are government securities index fund, high yield bond fund, high quality corporate bond fund, or investment grade index fund. The person is looking for income. He has a 10-year time horizon. He's looking for income. Okay. Additionally, they believe active management is worth the cost and that the right portfolio can beat the market consistently. So they want something active. So that's either going to be the high quality corporate bond fund or the high yield bond fund. So I'm going to go with high quality because Mitchell says that. And boom, there we go. Because we don't want speculation. Okay. The high yield bond fund is high risk, making it unsuitable. Love it. Which of the following option strategy is a short straddle? Shorter call, shorter put. Let me be clear. Shorter November 220 call and shorter November 220 put. B, shorter November 220 call and shorter June 220 put. C, short and November 220 call and shorter 235 put. And D, shorter November 220 call and shorter November 235 put. Okay, call. So same action, different option, same strike, same boom, baby, boom. It's going to be top left, A. Simple mama, I'm just be reading. I'm assuming you're driving, so I don't want you trying to answer. So it should be shorter call, shorter put because we have shorter 220 call, November 220 call, shorter November 220 put. Same month, same strike. Boom, it better be the answer. Boom, boom, boom. Love it. Just remember, after 15, Michael, you're on your own. Margin loans to customers of financial firms are most often based on what rate? Margin loans to customers of financial firms are most often based on what rate? Broker loan rate, discount rate, Fed funds rate, prime rate. You see, a lot of this test is probably more geared toward the investment vehicle stuff, which is fine. I think I forgot to hit random, but that's right. Discount rate, broker loan rate, Fed funds rate, prime rate. So the margin, remember, this is margin loans. What do we base it on? That's fine. So here's the deal. So remember, so PBDF, right? Pretty boys drive Ferraris. Prime rate is a rate that banks lend to their best customers. Broker loan rate is the rate that the banks lend to broker dealers for margin. D, discount rate. That's the rate that the Fed lends to banks overnight. And F is Fed funds rate. That's my grade point average. F is a Fed funds rate. That is the bank to bank overnight lending. So let's go with, Michael, you're going to say C? Is that if everyone's going to go with C? Okay, we're going to go with C. I'm going to tell you right now, it's probably A as an apple. The broker loan rate. Okay, so remember this. PBDF. Yeah, Mitchell, it may or may not be on here, but you never know. It'd be more on the 65. So prime rate is the rate that banks lend to their best customers. Broker loan rate is for margin. Discount rate is overnight lending from the Federal Reserve to the banks. And the Fed funds is the overnight bank to bank overnight lending. Okay. This one, okay. A registered person plans on engaging investors online through social media. To avoid being considered transacting business in all states of their audience, all the following must exist except. So this is a tough one to read. A registered person plans on engaging investors online through social media, fine, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. To avoid being considered transacting business in all states of their audience, all the following must exist except, well, a lot of E's. Any individualized response must comply with relevant rules and regulations. So one of these things doesn't belong here, right? The firm maintains a system that ensures these communications comply with applicable rules and regulations. Communications are specific if engaging investors in states the person isn't registered in. The registered person discloses the may only report for securities transactions if it's registered in the state. Okay. And guys, remember, this is the 66. I'll be doing the 7 at another time. Okay. So they're saying which is not true. So we got an individualized responses must comply with relevant rules and regs. That's probably a thing. Okay. Firm maintains a system that ensures these communications comply with applicable rules and regulations. That sounds pretty good. The registered person discloses may only perform securities related services if properly registered in a client state. I like that one too as a true statement. Communications are specific if engaging investors in states that the person isn't registered in. I think that's not a thing. So I think Mitchell's right. And remember, Michael, you're not expected to get all these right because you're on a different test. And boom, Mitchell's on fire. We have Mitchell for 3 more questions and then he's heading out. And then I have all Series 7 people. Okay. A customer seeking an investment in a growth company. Which of the following is a characteristic they should seek? Okay. And a customer is seeking an investment in a growth company. Which of the following is a characteristic they should seek? Well-established static business, low dividend payout ratio, below average PE ratio, and high yield. Okay. So growth companies have low PEs and don't pay dividends. Value companies growth companies have high PEs and low dividends. Wow, I screwed that one up. Scratch that reverse. Value companies have a low PE and they do pay dividends. So we want a growth company. I agree. It's going to be low dividend payout ratio. I like that. So remember, so Gotham, high yield would be like a high dividend, and that's not. That's more of a value security. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. I gave a few more people answering. That's good. An investor purchases shares of common stock in a Reg D offering. And remember, boom, let's go, baby. An investor purchases shares of common stock in a Reg D offering. For what period? That we seem to be heavy on the investment vehicles right now. An investor purchases shares of common stock in a Reg D offering. For what period of time will the shares be held before they can be sold? Okay. Is it A, 6 months, B, 9 months, C, 12 months, D, no holding period? Do 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 do. Nope. No. To Reg D, baby. To Reg D. What do we hold it for Reg D? Does not matter. So remember, this is not control, right? Control stock does at a holding period. Restricted stock does. That's awesome, Mitchell. You nailed it. Okay. So right, Michael, you got it. Zach, you nailed it. It better be the right one. Watch, it's a trick. So the answer is 6 months, because if you buy shares over Reg D, you have to hold it 6 months fully paid. You can sell it under 144A to a quib, but that's not what they're asking. Control stock, right? As Mitchell said, control stock is the pods. PODS, partners, officers, directors, and shareholders, big shareholders, 10% or more. They don't have a holding period, but they have to follow the 144 rules, which is 1% of the greater of 1% of the outstanding, the 4 weeks trading volume, 4 times a year. Good. So the answer should be 6 months here because it's a private placement. And we have a winner, chicken dinner. Okay. To qualify for subchapter M. So Gotham, do you get that? So if it's a Reg D, that's a private placement. So that means you have to sell it. You have to hold it for 6 months fully paid. Okay. To qualify for subchapter M, a fund must distribute at least how much of their income? Everyone work on that? Well, I got a drink. You're going to see dead air for a second. Oh. Man, a really tired old man. Ow. Oh. That sucks. Okay, let's see what we got. 90% of the NII, baby. So is it 10% of the net investment income, 10% of the gross, 90% of the net, 90% of the gross? It's just gross. So it should be net investment income. I think it's going to be net because they're going to take their shit out. Okay. Boom. Yeah, Zach. Yeah, fucking read the book first. Jamil, how are you? I'm out here on a random Wednesday night. Boom, got everyone nailed it. That's awesome. Now, Mitch, you can do one more or you can head out. You're in good shape. Okay. So, Mitch, you got this tomorrow. Get some sleep. Go get some sleep. Go over, make sure you watch my 2 Quick and Dirties if you haven't already. And go bang this and take like a badass, right? Take like a bad bitch. Jamil, you're not taking more tests now. You're just bored, I assume, right? Okay. Zach, best stated thing. Read the book. Boom. Oh, Mitchell, you nailed it. Getting anything over a 75 on capital means you know your shit. Mitchell, get the fuck off here. Go get some sleep. Best thing you can do. On what vendor, Gotham? Okay. Oh, the Series 4, the ROP, baby. The ROP. Love it. Just going nuts with these principles, yeah. I feel good for you, Mitchell. Super score. You're going to nail this thing. So, Zach, first thing I day, second day studying, you shouldn't worry about these scores. Just focus on reading. So a lot of the stuff on here that's investment vehicle rated, you'll be fine. But Kaplan, you're in good stuff. You're probably in good shape. Gotham, you're in real good shape. If you're scoring 70th on Kaplan and you have 12 days to go. That's awesome. This is right after Thanksgiving, right? Wait, Thanksgiving next week. It's like it was like summer like a week ago. What the fuck happened? Okay. On to the next. A growth and income fund is presented to an investor. And guys, anyone who's new on here, remember this is Achievable. Go check them out. They're pretty fucking awesome. They're great. Even if you have a vendor already, they're sort of cheap enough. I guess I don't like writing people's checks. That they teach this shit really well. Their questions are good. They're teaching their videos, Brandon, all this stuff is phenomenal. Okay. A growth and income fund. The only problem I have is it doesn't look like the exam, but it's kind of good because then the reason they have it this way is because it's an algorithm that that this way they never have the same question twice. They basically have billions of questions. They have more questions than anyone else. Some are similar, but it kind of just rolls. It just changes a couple of the words, and you get a different question every time. I think Kaplan's good. Charlie, I think Kaplan's really good for insurance. I think the one time I like Exam FX is for insurance. Okay. A growth and income fund is presented to an investor as a possible choice for their portfolio. During the sales presentation, the register rep makes several claims. Which of the following statements would be considered false or misleading? So which is a lie? Now I have a thing with this because technically, we'll come back to that. The investment exposes investors to moderate risk level. Okay. The fund primarily invests in common stocks. So you're saying neither or both. So you're saying bottom left, right? So you're saying, Gotham, you're saying both of these choices are incorrect. Now, I've never been a fan of what's moderate, what's not. I can never figure that shit out. But let's go. We're going to go C or D. Let me go with, I think we're all going to be wrong. Let's go with C and see what shows up. Growth and income pretty much buys common stock. Growth and income are basically they're buying growth stocks and it's like an equity income. They're not buying bonds. Growth and income is both stock. Okay. No, not Gotham. Not all stock is high risk, especially not a growth and income fund. So some stocks are, but blue chips aren't. Like high value stocks are not really high risk. Stocks that pay a high dividend, they're not really high risk. Okay. So you nailed it, Zach. That's awesome. Okay. Right. Because it's neither. So they're both okay. The investor now exposes investors to moderate risk level, which is kind of what it is. I don't like that part of the thing. And they invest in common stock, which is growth and income. So a growth and income fund is both. They're going to have common stock, they're going to have preferreds, they're going to have stocks that pay dividends. It's no bond. And the growth and income fund, it's no bonds. An income fund, which is good, does have bonds in it, bonds and preferreds. Okay. So I like doing this. We find our weaknesses. Remember something. When testing is not studying, so reading, watching videos is studying, taking notes, which I'm not a fan of, is studying. Testing is not studying. Testing is used to find your weakness. And that's why whenever it's almost like there's a video I saw that I'm trying to post it somewhere where it goes, every time you hear something bad, you go, good. Why good? So he goes, oh, this happened. I got a 52 on the test. Good. Why? You now know where you're weak. You can find your weaknesses. Oh, I missed by one. Okay, good. You now know, again, you can find out where you're weak. All this stuff. Oh, I didn't get to study today. Good. You got a day to rest. Okay. So everything is always a silver lining. Okay. You always have to think of the good of everything. Which of the following answer choices include two items that do not match? Okay. Excessive contribution, 6%. Age 73, RMD. RMD missed withdrawal, 20% penalty. Age 59 and a half, early withdrawal. Ooh. Yeah, but okay, I get that. I know why D, because 59 and a half, and I'm going to pick that for you. Does anyone else have a choice on this one? Does anyone else have a voice on this one? I don't know what WVR is. Withdrawal, RMD. Okay. So which of the following answer choices includes two items? So when you have a retirement account, right? So this is just the way we challenge you. Okay. That's why I like Achievable, because they throw different questions at you. So you kind of, your mind opens up a little bit. They're saying they're just throwing out stuff that goes together. So got it. Okay. Were you putting right? Were you trying to put WTF maybe? Okay. Now, here's a go. Okay. Lisa, welcome in. Okay. Now, right before 59 is half, but maybe it does go, but we'll come back to that. I understand, Michael, why you said that. I don't think that's the answer, because I'll explain why. So when you have a retirement account, right? If you have an IRA and you put too much in, that's 6%. They charge you 6%. That's perfect. Top A is a correct statement. The earliest you can ever take money out is going to be 59 and a half without a penalty. But when you have to start taking it out at 73, that's RMD. So bottom left is good. Here's my issue. Age 59 and a half is the number. Anything before that is early withdrawal penalty. Anything after it isn't. And here's the thing. What's the penalty for an RMD withdrawal now? It was 50%. Isn't it 25% now? So I'm going to go with D, because all of us. So Gotham, does that make sense? This is about retirement accounts. If you put too much money in, they charge you 6%. You must start taking it out at 73 or get penalized, 25%. And that's why this one I think is wrong. And then the earliest you can take it out without a penalty is early withdrawal. I think they're saying, right. So Michael, you're not wrong on your thought process, but I think they're saying that they're matching up anything before 59 and a half is a withdrawal, anything after with a penalty, anything after is good. Okay. You never want to pull out early, right, Michael? Okay. So the RMD missed withdrawal, the reason that is the thing is because it's a 25% penalty, not a 20%. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Which of the following rights are ADRs holders typically provided? Okay. So an ADR is a foreign security trading here. Okay. And then what I'll do is maybe I'll do another 66 with just the regs portion. So we'll go from there. Or the back end, which is the portfolio management stuff. Okay. Preemptive rights, management rights, voting rights, dividend rights. So which one do they normally get? So if you're buying an ADR, which one of those? You can only get one. Which one do you get? I'll get there. Somebody's telling me want me to do the Series 7 after. So I'll have to do the 7 at one point. But I think I'm going to do I'll just do the regs portion of it probably next time, unless they start doing more of it. Maybe the easiest way to do that is just do it 63. Then that covers all three exams, 63, 65, 66. Do we agree that everyone's saying D? Yeah, because you don't have preemptive rights. You just get the cash value, right? So you kind of get preemptive rights, but you don't get the right to buy more stock. They just give you the cash value. You don't get to vote, baby, and no management rights. Nobody has that. So dividend rights, I think that works. And that's a boom. That's a good one. We got it. Okay. We're almost halfway through, babies. Halfway through, and it's been almost an hour. Okay. Static contact as it relates to social media is best described as what? Static contact as content as it relates to social media communication is best defined as. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Is it working again? Hold on, let's see. We're back. Okay. Static content as it relates to social media communications is best defined as, and I'm reading about for Simple Mama. I keep doing this. Okay, here we go. It's this new Microsoft thing that screws me up. Yes, it is. Chandra, 100%. There's almost 90% overlap between the two exams. The only thing is the 65 has more Series 7 stuff. Okay. Static content as related to social media is best defined as long-term comms that lack the immediacy of a real-time conversation. Public available posts that are generally unchanged. Typical real-time involve a dialogue with third parties. Any social media communication that is not updated from its original form. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So static but can't be changed, I think, is everyone. What are we leaning toward? Are we saying this? Is everyone saying bottom left? Okay. Molly, probably not so much. Go watch Molly. Go watch. I think this will screw you up. I'd love to have your views. It's great for me. But Molly, go watch my other videos. This can help you more. Again, I'd love to have you on here, but I think this will screw you up. I think it's too deep for you. Okay. Not yet, but you can watch this in a couple months after you bang out the SAE and the 7. Okay, so that's going to go with C. Let's go for it. Ooh, let's see. Let's see what they say. Okay, the static content typically posted for longer term and lacks the immediacy of real time communication. I get that. Okay. Examples of static content include blogs and social media profiles. NASA treats these as similar to advertising. No problem, Molly. You got this. We're gonna nail this. Okay. Don't worry about this shit. Remember, it's the wording. Don't worry. This is how you learn. Okay. Open your mind up. Static content can be updated, but generally stays fixed for long periods of time. There's no requirement for static to be publicly available. Real-time communications that involve dialogue is usually interactive and doesn't need to be pre-approved. So I can easily see. Here's why they're saying this part. See this part of it. It's okay. The back end of it is right. They're generally unchanged. It doesn't have to be public available. So it's like it's a tough question. Okay. I could easily see A or D, C being the answer. Okay. I guess they're saying that the reason they say it's a long-term communication, but it's not a back and forth like a chat. Boom. This is how we learn, people. This is how we learn. An agent for PQR broker-dealer services resigns from their position in order to take a new position at KLM Trading. Which of the following statements is correct? So as an agent, broker-dealer, this matters, okay? Form U4 must be filed by both the agent and the PQR, while Form U5 is filed by the agent only. Form U5 must be filed by both the agent and the PQR, while the Form U4 must be filed both by the agent and KLM Trading. Form U5 and U4 must only be filed by the agent. Form U5 must be filed by KLM Trading, while U4 is filed by, okay, so you got to, let's figure this out. I'm going to give you guys a second to go through it. Here's the thing, I don't love the answer, but it's the best answer. Okay? Okay. Everyone's going with B. I like B. I don't, because you usually don't fill out the U5, they fill out for you. But their idea is that it's a responsibility of both the agent and the broker deal when you leave and when you start the new firm. B as in baby, B as in boy, B as in big bombers. Okay, good. Okay. An IAR makes a recommendation to a client to purchase Class A front-end loaded mutual fund with the following breakpoint schedule: 0 to 45, 45 to 40, 45. So in case Simple Mom is still on here, the first breakpoint is 8%, that's 0 to 45 grand. The second breakpoint is 6%, 45 to 145. I do not expect you to get this simple if you're driving. And pull over. 4% is 145 to 295, and 2% is above 295,000. The investor has to purchase 45,501 of the fund. The IAR submits a trade to the affiliate broker-dealer for the transaction. The shares settle in the customer's account the next day. Which of the statement is true? The IAR engaged in a prohibited activity. The IAR made an unsuitable recommendation. The broker-dealer should have disclosed their capacities prior to the transaction. The IAR followed proper protocols as long as the security was suitable. Gotham and Lisa, we got that. Zach, okay. And anyone can, this is good for the 7 too. Okay. So I would have to agree that I think there's no issues unless there's a surprise. That's the thing when I do these things sometimes. Like Brandon, they'll throw a trick in there, like, oh, I missed that. And it happens. And you hear me, what happens is I feel a little embarrassed for a second and I move the fuck on. I never worry about getting shit wrong. And that is the answer. Because if it was now if it was 44.90, that would be an unsuitable because that would be a breakpoint sale. But since it's over a breakpoint, the guy's obviously not the Gargo's obviously not going to come up with another 100 grand. So you're well within your rights to do this. Perfectly normal. Good. As per the Securities Act of 33, which of the following is a prohibited activity during the 20-day cooling off period? Yes, 100%, Michael. It was absolutely the breakpoint was set out there. He got the schedule, and he didn't put him under it. He was well within it. Which is not okay. Taking a non-binding indication of interest, publishing a tombstone, mailing a red herring on an unsolicited basis, accepting a deposit. A red herring, I'd be pissed if I got a fish in the mail. Isn't that from The Godfather, where that was mean? A fish means you're going to be killed. So during the cooling off period, remember it's moans, no money, no orders, no advertising, no soliciting. Okay. So I'm going to say taking some cash is not a good. Boom, I like it. You can't take money, baby. No money, baby. That's good. No money, no orders, no advertising, no solicitation. Okay. No sales, I'd say. Tatum Company reported 5.75 in annual earnings per share last year while paying a $1.72 an annual dividend. What's the dividends payout ratio? Let's do the math here, folks. And this is a question somebody asked. I said, usually you assume it's quarterly unless they make other. They'll say it on the test whether it's quarterly or not. And they did. This is the annual dividend. Let's do the math here. 1.72 divided by. Oh, I got it. So just say that. Just say that. Yeah, I know. Just when I do this, I go across. I go A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C. So, do we think it's this or this or this or maybe that? So, dividend payout ratio is how much we pay versus how much we earn. So we paid out $1.72, but we earned 5.75. I personally would just divide 1.72 by 5.75 and come up with an answer. Could be wrong. I got a question once where they just literally asked what the math was. 30, baby. 30, 30, 30. How old I am. That's awesome. Boom. 30, 30, 30. 30 for 30. Dirty 30. Good. Okay. We're rocking it. Michael, I didn't see answer on that one. Did you get that, though? Dividend payout ratio. I can't go back. I can't go back. Dividend payout ratio is what you pay versus what you earn. Okay. Which of the following statements regarding the characteristics of stock investments is true? Which of the following statements, again, this is, guys, I'm just repeating it. This is Achievable's Series 66 exam. Okay. Try them out. They give you a free trial. They teach the shit better than anyone else. I think you get a whole day to fuck around with them. Which of the following statements regarding the characteristics of stock investments is true? Settlement time for a trade of common stock is T+1. No worries. So now you know it, Michael. It's so in case it's always what we pay versus what we earn. Common stock is a negotiable security. Common stock may be convertible. Common stock is considered as a derivative investment. So remember, we're going to cross A, then B, then C, then D. Settlement time for a trade that's common stock is T plus what? No, that is wrong because everything is T plus 2 except for treasuries and options. So that's an out. We're going to throw that one out. Then go common stock may be convertible. No, things turn into common stock. Okay. So anything convertible turns into common stock. Common stock doesn't turn into other shit. Perfect. So C is out. I like that, Zach. Common stock is a derivative. No, things are derivatives of common stock. Like calls, rights, warrants are all derivatives of common stock. So it is a negotiable security. Remember, everything's either negotiable or redeemable. You got it. Don't worry about it. You nailed it. Common stock is a negotiable. It's either negotiable or redeemable. Negotiable means tradable. Redeemable means you get to sell it back to the issuer at par. Did we get it right? Boom. Boom, chakalaka, boom, chakalaka, boom, chakalaka, boom. Okay. You and your client are having a conversation about preferred stock. Which of the following statements made by your client is true? This is definitely heavy investment vehicles, but a lot of people suck at this. Wait, what am I missing? Was that? Okay. You and your client are having a conversation about preferred stock. Which of the following statements made by your client is true? Preferred stock holders function best under cumulative voting structure. Preferred stockholders function best under statutory voting structure. Preferred stockholders reap preemptive rights during additional sales of stock. Preferred stock dividends may be skipped by the board of directors. You guys are motherfucking killing me. Preferred stock. Preferred stock. You all back to the SIE. Preferred stock. The only fucking thing preferred stock gets goddamn dividends. Right. Read the fucking question, right? RTFQ, baby. We're going to try this again. Lisa Lou, baby. Lisa Lou. Isn't Lisa Lou, isn't that an actress or is that Lucy Lou? Lucy Lou, right? She was the one in, oh my God, I love the movie. And it's part 1 and part 2 with, shit, why can't I remember it? Damn it. Okay. It'll come back to me. It's a Tarantino movie, the part 1 and part 2. Motherfucker, I love those movies. I can't remember the name. Oh, true. She's in that. But I think she was the a really badass assassin, one of the assassins in. God damn it. Anyway, guys, it's letter D, people. It's letter D. Letter D is the answer because A is voting, B is voting, preferred don't get to vote, common votes. C doesn't get preemptive rights. The only thing preferred gets, yes, Kill Bill. Bang. Thank you very much. I love those two movies. I can watch them back to back. My favorite scene is the end, the last of Bill 1 when they kill the 88s. Okay. Fucking love that movie. By the way, I saw Dumb Money last night. I watched it on Prime. I paid for it. It's okay. Didn't love it. It wasn't as good as Okay, so let me get into it. So arrears, okay? Arrears is, don't ask Michael. He'll say something gross. But arrears is if you miss a dividend. So if you have cumulative voting, okay? If you have cumulative voting, that means that arrears means you owe from before. So if you have not cumulative dividends, Jesus Christ. Cumulative voting means nothing to do with that. Cumulative dividends, see, I just did it. Cumulative dividends means that if you miss a dividend this year, and then you miss next year, and the third year, if you're going to pay the common anything, you have to pay all the past dividends. Arrears means in the past, okay? So if you have a 5% preferred and you pay nothing for 3 years and you want to pay the common in the fourth year, you got to pay 4 years worth of dividends. You have to pay this year's dividends and all the dividends in the arrears. In the arrears, okay, we're going to leave that alone. Boom, so it's got to be this one. They may be skipped. Now be careful with Achievable. They're awesome. They love the old, they love the old, what is all false except. or what is not false. They love the double negatives just to keep you on your toes. A person applying for registration has their application denied. All the following must accompany the denial according to NASA rules except. So what thing do we not have to give them if they get denied? This is a great question. Quiet. It's so quiet in here. Okay. A person applying for registration has their application denied. Which thing is not in there? So, refunding of the filing fee, disclosure of written facts and findings of law, appropriate prior notice to the applicant, opportunity for a hearing. Is everyone saying A? A, like in Fonzie. You guys don't even know what the fuck that is. Boom, fuck it. You apply and you should know whether you're not getting your goddamn money back. There you go. Remember, states don't do everything for free. So they'll probably rejigger it as called a rejection fee. States don't do shit for free. We are past the halfway mark. Exactly. They keep every damn dime, Gotham. I'm up saying your name right. An investor goes short 1XOM July 80, put at 8. When ExxonMobil is trading at 83. Just prior to expiration, the investor closes the contract at 4. What's the profit or loss? So he's sure to put at 8. Uma Thurman. Yeah, I like her too. Andrew, I like Uma Thurman. I love her in that movie. But I'm saying Lucy Liu was in that. Okay. So we shorted it at 8 and we closed the contract at 4. So we sold it for 8 and then we bought it for 4. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. So I'm going across. So let's see. Okay. There you go. I knew what you meant. That's why I said that. So here's the thing, Lisa. How much did I sell it for? $800. So I have $800 in my pocket. So you're saying a loss of, saying a gain of 400. I'm not sure. So we sold it for 800. We now have $800 in our pocket. Then we buy it back for 4. So we have $400 in our pocket. This is a profit of $400. So an opening sale at 800. By the way, if you ever see the word short, it means opening. Okay, opening sale. If you see long or hold, it's an opening buy. So the answer here is bottom left. C, it's a gain. Yes, perfect. Because you sold it for 8 and bought it for 4. I love it. Liquidity risk is prevalent in which of the following scenarios? Bond prices fall due to the falling interest rates. Bond price falls due to thinly traded market. Bond price falls due to rising inflation. Bond price falls due to rising interest rates. So what is liquidity risk? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. What do we think? So remember, A, B, C, D. We're going across. A, B, C, D. So we're all over the place. So I'm going to go with Rising inflation would be inflation risk. Falling interest rates would be, well, I guess that's call risk or reinvestment risk. And the prices wouldn't fall due to falling interest rates. Bond price fall due to rising, that's interest rate risk. Yeah, Michael, go get out of here. Go get some sleep. It is almost 10 o'clock. I swear to God. You should be in bed by now. Bond prices fall due to thinly traded market. That's literally liquidity risk. Thinly traded market. Watch, I'll be wrong. But I've done that before. I've been getting all cocky and then I go, I'm wrong. So this one is inflation risk. This one is interest rate risk. This is liquidity risk. Okay. One more for me, Michael. Let's see. Okay. Boom. Okay. A broker dealer receives compensation for acting as the counterparty in a transaction with a client's holder security. So this is the broker dealer taking the other side of a trade. So here we go. So is it A? So remember, the customer sold, right? So it's going to be. I'm going to tell you right now. We sold to the customer. What the customer sold. We bought it from them. So it's either mark up or mark down. So when a customer buys, we charge them a markup. When a customer sells, we charge them a mark down. Michael, go get some sleep. You have a kid. You can't fucking do this late at night. Stop partying so late. Boom. So if it's this, okay. Zach, go boom, go boom. Boom, go get some sleep. Okay. Hopefully I'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow night, maybe. Yeah, this is late. I'm probably gonna kill it around 10 anyway. So it's gonna be a markdown, baby. Markdown. I wish I could have got principal dealer mark right exactly. So when the customer sells, the broker dealer is charging a markdown. Boom. Okay. I didn't think we'd finish the whole thing anyway. Okay. So now a customer of yours has an IRA at your firm. Michael, go get out of here. It's late. Zach, I'll see you. I'll see you in a few days. You're gonna nail this thing. A customer of yours has an IRA at your firm that they make consistent contributions to. They make a $2,000 donation to the contribution to the IRA and ask for a recommendation. What recommendation is least suitable? Ooh. What do we think? Last time I did this, it took me an hour to do 50. It took me, I think, 2 hours to do 50 questions. I may kill it at 9:45. I think we're all getting tired. And I still got to eat dinner. I always do that. I always put it off. Okay. So it's an IRA. Look, they all suck. Okay. They all are not good. Maybe purchasing the gold is okay. The rest of them are all no good. Okay. So I'm going to think, since we're getting less and less people, I'm going to say that you're going to pick D. I think it's going to be short selling a declining company because you don't short in an IRA. Look. Short sales are strictly verboten in a retirement account. No, we're short selling in a IRA. Can't do it. Okay. Looks like it's just you, me, Gotham, and somebody else. Where's Lisa Lou? She might have given up on me. Now that I compared it to, I talked about Kill Bill. A person is considering the use of forward contracts. Okay, not futures, forward contracts. After performing a significant amount of research, they come to the conclusion. There we are. Okay, they come to the following conclusion. Okay, what do we know? Let's pick these, baby. A forward, is it long forward? Is it the right to buy? A short forward results in the obligation to sell. A long forward is bullish on the commodity. A short forward is bearish on the commodity. So futures and forwards are not rights to buy. They're not options. So that's the thing about a future and a forward. No, that's awesome. Look. I'm gonna go 9:45. I'm killing it. We'll do like one more and we'll go from there. I think this is fun. I think I like doing this. Okay. The problem is I usually teach so late that it's not feasible to do after I'm done teaching. I would do this every night. If I got done at 6 o'clock, I'd do this every damn night. Okay. So remember something. All contracts, forwards and futures, are always an obligation. So one is out. Anything with one, it is out. So the top two are out. So now, if you're short a forward, you are obligated to sell. If you're long a forward or future, you're obligated to buy. So the answer should be 2, 3, and 4. Okay, it should be 2, 3, and 4 because it is an obligation to sell. Short futures or forwards, obligation to sell. Long forwards are obligation to buy. So it should be C. Good thing there won't be a lot of Roman numerals. There'll be a couple. The 63 has more. And the next time I do this, hopefully this weekend, or I don't know when I'm going to do it, I'll do mostly the regs ones. Okay, that's right. We got it. Let's do one more. Boom. Okay. So futures and forwards are always the obligation to buy or sell. So if we buy a future or forward, we think we're hedging. It's usually consumers buy futures and forwards to protect on the rising, and producers like farmers and miners sell futures and forwards to protect on the bottom. But it's always an obligation to, not a right. Okay. Here we go. Everyone should be able to get this. Ooh. Okay. Pay attention to the wording on this. Pump those numbers up. Customer signs up for a life annuity with a 15-year period certain. I like it. Because they're not asking how many more years. They're asking how many years total. The words matter, right? And remember that words matter on all this shit, okay? So the customers lives for 12 years, then, well, in reality, it doesn't say they die, but what is the total it may turn the distribution phase? I'm going to agree. I think it's going to be C as in Charlie. Look, it could be 12, but who the hell knows? But we're going to go with that. And that is right. That is awesome, guys. I love it. Okay. Not too shabby. We got an hour and 20 minutes in. I'll try to do these more at other times. I had a lot of fun. That's awesome. So hopefully Mitchell's gone. He should be gone. He should be asleep by now. Michael heading out. It's late. He has kids. Everyone, I'll try to do this on other nights. I would have started earlier, but I was doing that. I had to finish up that dresser. And there we go. I try to do. I remember I got tomorrow night. Tomorrow night I got my normal live at 8:30 p.m. Don't forget. Okay. Everyone, thanks for coming on. Don't forget to check out Achievable. They're really good. And I will see you tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. So I'll see you in less than 24 hours. Okay. Boom. I'll see you on Friday. Don't forget my Zoom class. I got the Zoom memberships you can do if you sign up for that shit. Some really good shit in there. We have a lot of fun. Sometimes we have a lot of fun. Sometimes, okay. Gotham, it's always every Tuesday and Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. I don't do tests. Thanks, guys. Gotham, it's every Tuesday and Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. I've been doing that since COVID started. Okay? Everyone, you all have a good night. Wash your hands.